Don Howe had his hands full making his way through the field on opening night. Pole sitter Lenny Fisher jumped out front with Chris Young following him into second. After Al Amarino spun to bring out the yellow on the 7th lap, Young motored by the 85 on the restart to take the lead. At the halfway marker, Fisher lays a bumper on Young, triggering a chain reaction bumper tag behind the duo. Tom McCann cuts a tire, ending a good run for the Tom Rice Buick team. Howe moves into 5th, but Tom Tillotson makes sure that's where the number 2 would stay. Fisher and John Fortin apply the heat during the closing laps, but the Riverhead Building Supply car will not be denied. Young takes the season opener for the 2nd straight year.
Glad to win opening night again. Start the season off right.
Although Ed Brunhutzel provided a spark during the last race in April, Tom McCann was the driver who was on fire. The Tom Rice Buick driver led green to checker to win his first race of the season. McCann was literally on top of the competition the following week. As a lap car, the 24 also tangled with front-runner Tom Baldwin, and Baldwin was not pleased after the incident. Chuck Stoyer was making some bold moves to make his way through the field. The 11 slung it underneath Bill Park to grab the lead and then drove away from Ed Brunhutzel to win the 51-lap double-point race for the 2nd straight year. Stoyer was on the attack again 2 weeks ago until the 11 popped a tire on Don Howe's back bumper. John Fortin was not easy on the rookies in this race. He lays a bumper on Quinn Volgraff, and around goes the 99. Then he and leader Dave Brigatti rub wheels, and Brigatti spins with a flat tire. But Fortin could not hold off Tom McCann. The 24 comes from the back of the pack to pass the number 6 with 6 laps to go. Second victory of the season. You're on a roll.
I know. This is unbelievable. We crashed 2 and we win 2, so I like the wins better. They're more fun.
Al Amarino and Ed Brunhutzel were not having much fun last week when they banged wheels. On lap 23, leader Tom Tillotson gets loose, and Bill Park capitalizes on his mistake. Park cruises to his first win of the year, just ahead of Tom McCann. Today's Modified Tour Report is brought to you by... It's been a bizarre month in the Modified division at Riverhead Raceway. Tom Tillotson had a commanding lead during the Memorial Day weekend show. But with 10 laps to go, Ed Brunhutzel and second-place runner Quinn Volgraff get together. The 99 spins to bring out the caution. Now Brunhutzel has his sights on Tillotson, and on the final lap, Brunhutzel tags the 27. Tillotson spins, and Brunhutzel goes on to win a controversial race over Don Howe.
I just started going and got into the back of him. You know, it was nothing intentional. I hit him, but it was nothing intentional.
I think he did me dirty on the last lap, you know. It was half a lap to go. I led 50 of the 51 laps. To lead that the whole way and then have that happen, you know, it's tough.
The intensity didn't slow down at all the next week. With a new motor under the hood, Tim Conorino led green to checker for his first victory this year. Conorino and just about the entire field were involved in this wreck on the 9th lap 2 weeks ago. On the restart, Chris Young muscles the lead away from Lenny Fisher, and then Fisher loops it on the backstretch, sending the rest of the field scrambling. Young was scrambling himself with a loose car on the last lap, allowing the 99 of Quinn Volgraff to make a bold move into the lead. It was Volgraff's first ever win in a modified. Lenny Fisher was on the hot spot again last week, but not for long. Bob Park nails it. Ed Brunhutzel Jr. was looking for 3 straight wins heading into July. The 8X jumps the 16th lap restart, the green is thrown anyway, and Danny Watts sends Brunhutzel right around. Defending champ Don Howe drags by Watts on the 26th lap restart and pads his lead atop the division with a victory in the double-point 51-lap race. Brunhutzel did come from the back of the pack to finish second. This is what you could call too close for comfort. Bob Park squeezes Al Amarino. The 14 climbs the wall and spins in the first turn. Tom Tillotson kept his car pointing in the right direction. The 27 dove under Scott Wolf for the lead and held off Bill Park to the finish line for win number 1 on the year. Bill Park and a barrage of point chasers were caught in this wreck a week later. Al Amarino rebounded from the previous race to lead green to checker for his first victory of 1995. Dominate is the only way to describe Ed Brunhutzel's performance in the Trailer Transport Richie Evans Memorial 76. Brunhutzel walked away from the field until point leader Don Howe applied pressure late in the race, but to no avail. Scott Wolf, Chuck Stoyer, and Tom McCann showed us what racing is all about last week. The trio battled...
The biggest news this week is the pairing of Tom McCann with Hempstead Harley-Davidson for 1996. The veteran driver replaces rookie Mike Petrizzo.
We're going to put a run for the championship this year, that's for sure.
McCann's 95 ride has been sold to Ira Bromley. Mini-mod driver Jerry Salamino will rejoin the modified ranks next season after purchasing Mike Medusky's racer. Dan Giovanelli will try to win his 4th different track championship at Riverhead next year in a Legends car. Congrats go out to Teddy Dinseski, who has been awarded the Golden Wrench Award by NASCAR for his work on his brother's late model. 2 other notes on Riverhead Raceway: a 76-lap Fred Harback Memorial Race will be held in late summer, and all the wooden bleachers will be replaced with aluminum boards.
Used to make the pit stops quicker. High pressure, high speed pit guns, pit sockets, chamfers so they go on and off the lug nuts quicker. A lightweight aluminum jack, 30 pounds. They come around the car real quick with these things.
And this was built by a Long Islander, I understand.
Yeah, George Brunister builds these. He builds them for the Winston Cup teams, builds them for the Busch teams. It's 30 pounds. Can't beat this thing. Mechanics wear knee pads, so when you drop to the ground and get those lug nuts off, you don't hurt yourself. Same with the pit gloves. You wear the pit gloves so you don't burn yourself on the lug nuts.
Speaking of lug nuts, how do the mechanics get the lug nuts on the wheels during the pit stop?
Well, there's some teams glue the lug nuts on the wheel. Other teams use these spring-loaded lug nuts. They're attached to the wheel so they can't fall off.
And now, let's show you how a real pit stop is done.
Now, here's Art Mochi.
If Riverhead Raceway has a favorite son, his name would have to be Don Howe. The modified driver has been crowned track champion for 3 years running, and he's aiming to make it 4 in a row.
That would put me in a class by myself, and that would be an accomplishment for me.
Howe's quest for another championship got off to a rocky start. On opening night, his racer hit the wall, causing a good deal of damage. But his crew came to the rescue.
First week we did have the problems, but the crew did a great job on getting me back together and getting me back on the track to get them extra points, you know, instead of just staying in here and not finishing the race.
The Gershow recycling team rebounded from the opening night disappointment by taking the checkered flag in the next 2 races. Along with defending his Riverhead title, Howe has set his sights on another goal: the Winston Racing Series Championship for the New England region.
Oh, it would definitely mean a lot to us. This crew worked so hard at this, and it would be something that I would love to see, because it would be my way of being able to pay the crew back. And it's something extra special, that's for sure.
Don Howe is well aware that it will take more than just good luck for him to return to victory lane and extend his points lead here at Riverhead Raceway.
Howe's good fortune failed him last weekend. An early race mishap sent Howe into the pits with heavy damage to his racer and wound up costing him his points lead. When action resumed, the trailer transport aid of Ed Brunhutzel sliced its way through the pack to jump out front. Soon it became a 2-car race with the 16 of Tom McCann hot on the tail of Brunhutzel. On the final circuit, McCann used lap traffic to make a great move at the finish to nail down his 2nd victory of the season and jump into the overall points lead.
I was waiting for those cars. I didn't think we'd get there until the end, and when we did, I knew that he was going to have to go up, and he wasn't going to make it. The car just wasn't going to work from out there, and I gave it my best, and we got lucky. You know, you got to take a little luck in this, too.
McCann's first win came a week earlier during a rain date makeup race from May 11th. He quickly put the Harley-Davidson racer out front during the first feature of the day and pulled away from the pack to take the checkered flag. Later that night, the mods returned to the track. Don Howe fought his way through traffic to challenge leader Chuck Stoyer, but Stoyer would not be denied. He used lap traffic to his advantage, keeping the Gershow Recycling number 2 behind him to pick up the win. During the first weekend in May, Chuck Stoyer's racer left the track smoking. On the track, it was Don Howe who was red hot. He used the top groove to pass the Smithtown Nissan 20 of Bill Park and take the lead. But the defending champ had to worry about Mod Tour standout Mike Iwanitsko. Howe was able to fend off that challenge and